Good morning, Miss Dion and fellow classmates. Today we will be comparing Omar al-Bashir to Mobutu Sese Seko Koko Ngbendu Banga. Omar al-Bashir rose to power in 1989 and is still in power today. He led a revolution and automatically assigned himself as leader. He led an extremely tyrannical rule. He killed around 300,000 people by 2010 either due to starvation, disease or death from the army. Mobutu Sese Seko Koko Ngbendu Banga was also a very tyrannical dictator and had killed hundreds of thousands of people. Similar to Omar al-Bashir, he seized power through a military coup in 1965 and ruled for 32 years. However, the way both dictators ruled were quite different. Omar al-Bashir ruled through fear while Mobutu Sese Seko Koko Ngbendu Banga used propaganda and a cult of personality to remain in power. Omar al-Bashir had oppressed non-Arabs during his rule. There was a rebel group in Darfur, a region in Sudan, which tried to retaliate against Omar al-Bashir's rule. Omar al-Bashir and the government responded by sending the Sudanese army to kill off all non-Arabs in an act of ethnic cleansing. This is just one example of how Omar al-Bashir was extremely vicious and savage in his rule. However, although Mobutu Sese Seko Koko Ngbendu Banga was still tyrannical, he was not as relentless as Omar al-Bashir. He had instead developed a cult of personality in the form of an ideology known as Mobutuism. He sought to reawaken African pride, while enhancing his own power. On top of this, he employed the use of propaganda. He had his face printed on money, and even created his own flag to symbolize Mobutuism. These examples show how Mobutu was more inclined towards propaganda during his rule. As mentioned, both dictators are similar in the fact that they were both tyrannical. Omar al-Bashir had killed around 300,000 people, while Mobutu Sese Seko Koko Ngbendu Banga killed around 500,000. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.